This one exercise might change your entire career and how the rest of your playing career goes. If you're watching this, I want you to do this exercise right now. So for those of you that don't know, basically understand that my major league dreams are dead. My career died a slow, kind of painful death towards the end. 10 years, top 100 draft pick, 9 years of fighting with myself, with the game, struggling, anxious, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of ups and downs through my career. Now I'm on the other side of that, right? And understand that the death of my career has led to a rebirth of purpose, and the darkness that I went through has now become light within me, and it's my job to let my words, my thoughts, my teachings inside Unfinished, inside my coaching, inside my mentorship, inside of player development, everything that I do, that I touch, that involves baseball players, to pass on that light and how I see things now back to you guys that may be watching this and may be really struggling. You may be a major league guy that's on the fence. You may be a minor league guy that's struggling through your career, and it feels like you're in this dark tunnel with no light at the end and no end in sight. If you work through this, what I'm talking about in this video, you're going to find clarity, and the light at the end of the tunnel is going to be brighter than ever, right? But what I want you to do is to go start at the end of your career as if it's over, as if you are done, your time is done. When that time is over, what do you not want to happen? What's the nightmare scenario? If it all goes absolutely horribly, terribly wrong, what is that version of you? I want you to pick up a pen and get some paper and write and get in touch with that version of you. Who is it? Who is he? Who is she? Who are you? Are you miserable? What is that version of you that it absolutely goes terribly wrong? What does that existence feel like? Are you miserable? Are you stressed out? Are you trying too hard? Do you have every idea of what your batting average is? Are you constantly showing up to the field anxious? Are you not enjoying it? Are you just not happy? Are you trying way too hard? Are you tense? Are you chasing a bunch of things? Are you chasing approval? Are you chasing validation? Are you chasing the fake dopamine hits that are going to come from you getting to make that Instagram post? Are you doing this for social media? Are you doing this for your parents? Right? Who are you doing this for? Are you doing this for others' approval? Are you doing this for your ego? Are you blaming others for your current situation? Are you blaming everyone else for your situation and circumstances? Are you not working very hard? Are you just doing the bare minimum? Are you just doing what's required? Who is this version of you, right? Literally putting that version of you on paper as if it all went wrong and it's over. And then you realize that this is what goes on inside of us as human beings. We have to know that negativity, fear is our most powerful motivator, right? Long before we were here and I'm making this video, we used to have to be scared to survive, right? Fear was a survival tactic, right? What we have to do is now take the world that we are in right now as baseball players, as people, as human beings, and use this fear to propel us forward, right? Think about as you ingest social media, right? You may be watching this video because you know that negativity grabs your attention and then you're hooked, right? If you're tired of being miserable, you're probably watching this video. If you're a baseball player that doesn't want to experience these things, you're going to watch through this video. When we get hooked in social media, it is because of something negative. Somebody leads to something negative. Stop doing this. If you never want to be sad, if you never want to be fat, do these things to be happy, right? And then you got your attention. If it's all just la la, happy, go lucky, oh, put our head in the sand, manifestation, woo woo, all those things, it doesn't work, right? You swipe on to the next thing. But the minute that you start to put yourself in the negative, then you get your own attention, right? And in this world, in this game right now, your attention is the most precious resource that you could possibly have. And we have to use that attention to get ourselves loose from just going through social media, doom scrolling, all this BS that we tune into, and figure out how to put it towards your career to get yourself better and get the most out of the short amount of time that you have in this game. See, understand this. By knowing and creating that version of yourself, that you have to realize that person exists, right? It's the same reason that if people believe in God, right, that also means that you acknowledge that a devil exists, right? By acknowledging that there is a really, really shitty version of you as a baseball player, as a human being, as a person that exists, now knowing what you don't want to become makes the pathway forward to what you do want to become so blatantly clear. And guess what? That dark tunnel that you're in in your career right now is completely blown out of the water. Now you know that dark victim mindset, soft, mentally soft, physically soft, bad swing, focused on the wrong things, ungrateful, shitty mindset, shitty attitude version of you exists. Here's what I want you to do. Every single thing that you do, every single day that you show up to this game as a baseball player, you are trying to make sure that every single thing you do is taking you further and further and further away from that version of you that exists, right? And then from there, you're going to start to become pretty clear and intent on your actions and what you want to do on a day-to-day basis and the type of player you want to become. And when it's all said and done, you will want to be the type of person that your teammates, say when your career dies, they said, man, that guy cared for me as a human being. He showed up and he was the same person. He was grateful. He always made the people around him better, right? And you can be at peace with yourself, because that's what most baseball players don't realize. Right now you may be chasing the MLB, you may be chasing getting drafted, you may be chasing getting a D1 offer, you may be chasing getting a scholarship offer, you may just be chasing the approval of your parents, the approval of your peers, getting social media likes. Understand this, all you really want to be in pursuit of is peace of mind when your career is over. Because if you don't have that, there is no heavier price in this life than regret, right? For me, the regret in my career is that early on, I was focused on everything outside of my control, especially in pro ball. I was focused on getting to the next thing, and working really hard just to say that I was working hard, but I wasn't working hard on the right information. Now, granted, I may not have had access to that information, and like I said, now, me being on the other side of my career, I have taken all these different things and reflect and constantly write. In this notebook, I constantly write and reflect through these things and pass it on to the rest of the game now in a way that if I would have gotten access to this information, if I would have done these exercises, I would have had a clear path forward to where I don't need success. It's about how I'm doing, how I'm performing the act of showing up to the field, how I am mentally. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm working at it. I'm trying to be my best instead of trying to play the comparison game, trying to constantly get the approval of others, trying to look good for other people, trying to do things other people are doing. No, I need to do this for myself. I need to figure out what my best self feels like. What is my routine? All of these things you figure out pretty late into the game. And if I can pass this stuff back to you guys that are still playing, that are listening to this, that are in the trenches, in the deep end, feel like you have no help, feel like you can't rely on your parents, feel like you can't go to your coaches, feel like you can't, if I can be that for one person that's watching this video, I've changed a life. And to me, everything that I've gone through to be able to talk like this about the game of baseball was worth it. And I know that I'm doing that. I know that I'm changing lives. I know that Unfinished is changing lives. I know it's changing how people think, how people play this game. I want that to be for more and more people, which is why I'm deciding to be more and more vulnerable in these videos. But you have to understand, you need to stop acting like that really, really bad version of yourself and your career going really, really poorly doesn't exist. Maybe you're on that path right now, and this video snaps you back into shape and realizes, wow, every single day that I get in this game is a gift. I need to get the most out of it. I need to enjoy it to the fullest, because this shit does not last forever. If you're watching this, please understand, your career does not last forever. When it is over, understand all you are in control of is you. Your job is to try to become the best baseball player that you can become. How you become the best baseball player that you can become, it starts within, right? The happiness that you think that is on the other side of hitting 300 for a full season, or getting to become an MLB All-Star, or getting to get drafted, is the happiness that you bring to that situation, right? I have a friend, a player that I've coached, that I've trained, who struggled for 4 years in college and hit 100 every single year for his first 4 years. And this last year, he finally conquered himself and hit 300 plus, double-digit homers, over 50 RBIs, all these different things, all conference, all the accolades. And he told me before I made this video, we were on the phone this week as he's making a decision to probably walk away from the game forever. I was sitting back at my apartment, and a year later, I'm hitting 496 in conference play. I've got 10 homers a month into the season, and it felt no different than when I was struggling. It was no different. And please understand that. What happens in this game, it may make you feel better or a little bit worse, but a lot of the things that you think are going to make you feel happy are not going to make you feel happy. They're just going to bring more sets of challenges. And if you haven't built that solid foundation where you do not need this game to be happy as an individual, right? Where you're focused on enjoying the people around you, enjoying the act of improving, and knowing that it shows up in every single discipline you decide to ultimately dive into outside of this game, right? That's what this is about. When you understand that this game will not make you happy, it will never fulfill you. The same way Scotty Scheffler is talking about, that the things that happen in this game are only cool because of the people that you're doing them with, right? If you make it there, it's only going to really hit for you if you have people to celebrate that win with, right? If you've been looking for everyone else's approval, you may get the likes and the comments, but like, you won't be able to think of all the people that were with you through that process because you've been letting them go. You've been pushing them off to the side, right? In reality, you're just trying to go back and make that younger version of yourself that's playing right now happy, right? Imagine if you got to meet your 10-year-old self, your 12-year-old self now, and you were still playing pro ball, what they would say, right? You'd think that that person was on top of the world. You'd think that they were a Hall of Famer because you didn't know any better, right? Imagine if you thought back to where you were now, right? When you just played this game as a kid, how happy you would be. And most people don't realize that as expectations change, our happiness level changes. And in reality, every baseball player is in pursuit of finding a way to mentally make that shift to enjoy the game like a kid, even though you're not a kid anymore, even though you have more information, more skills, more physical strength, more, brain power, and you're older and life starts to life on you a little bit, to still find that childlike joy in the act of improvement, right? In the act of getting to play this game, knowing that this is beyond your wildest dreams. So if you're still watching this video and you still are trying to find a way to enjoy the game again, to take the pressure off yourself, to stop being so anxious all the time, to stop being so stressed out, think about what happens if it all goes to shit. Maybe you're on that path right now, and then think about what it would be like to take steps in action away from that person that exists, right? Because that's what you're in pursuit of. You're constantly trying to stay as far away from that mediocre, blaming, sad, tail tucked between your legs version of you that exists, and go out and give this game everything you have, because when it comes to an end, I promise you don't want to carry around that regret that you're going through the game like you're going through it right now. I'm maybe talking to a handful of people. I don't know. Part of this is me talking to my younger self, but also sharing it with you guys. I promise you, you want to empty the tank, and empty the tank while doing it all with gratitude. Because every single day that you get on this earth is a day that somebody else doesn't get anymore, right? Not to mention you're getting to do something that's literally a child's game, right? You are playing a kid's game. There is somebody that is in a hospital fighting for their life right now, right? There is somebody that is dealing with way bigger fundamental existential issues, and you're mad about going 0-4 or hitting a batting average. Like, who cares, man? You play this game of baseball to become better, to win at life, right? Understand this. Your career is not your career. You use your platform in the game. You use your skills to ultimately become a better version of yourself so that you can use it to help others around you, to bring joy to somebody's day. Maybe there's a kid at a kid's camp that has never gotten to be around a father figure, and you may be that for them one day because of how you've gone about this game, right? Because ultimately, you may not understand this if you're watching this right now, but at some point you're going to become a dad like I am. And are you going to look at your son or daughter and say, you need to go do hard things, and you need to be tough, and you need to do all these things, and mentally resilient and gritty, but you're over there caving in right now? Think about that, right? If you want to change the world, if you want to lead and inspire, you lead with actions. And then your words can back up your actions. But right now, you may just be moseying through your career right now, just going through the motions, and that's not good enough. and that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. So I just wanted to talk about what I just got done writing about and all the different thoughts and emotions and feelings it brought up to me, because I'm tired of seeing baseball players go through this thing so self-centered, so egotistical, so it's about me, poor me, poor me, poor me. Stop. It's not about you. It's about showing up for yourself so that ultimately for the rest of your life, you can show up for everything else. Keep going. If you want my help, reach out to me. But this is bigger than that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.